Several breaking developments tonight in the coronavirus outbreak.
The first, a major announcement from President Trump.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
Hundreds of businesses have now been shut down in the Asheville area as a result of the coronavirus. Today, Buncombe County officials ordered another round of closures, including places of entertainment like movie theaters, arcades, and tattoo parlors, just to name a few.
As the number of coronavirus cases soars above 3,000. Tonight, elected officials taking unprecedented measures to keep people safe.
Businesses have shuttered, workers are staying home, and we have suspended many basic social interactions. The CARES Act is an important step in honoring that commitment, providing $2.2 trillion in relief to those who've lost their jobs, to low and middle income households, to employers of all sizes, to hospitals and healthcare providers, and to state and local governments.
Inflation in America is beginning to bite. Now the highest it's been in 40 years. Prices rising 8.6% over the year through May.
Our generation is cooked. Our generation is cooked because the boomers have spent the money that we don't have.
We are likely to see some upward pressure on prices, and I'll discuss why. But those pressures are likely to be temporary as they are associated with the reopening process. And an episode of one-time price increases as the economy reopens is not the same thing as, and is not likely to lead to, persistently higher year-over-year inflation into the future, inflation at levels that are not consistent with our goal of 2% inflation.
Median home prices in Southern California is now over $1.4 million, almost doubling before COVID. This makes house prices extremely unaffordable for younger generations.
Housing prices are continuing to surge across the nation, but as Money Watch reporter Amy Peakey explains, the value of real estate is soaring faster than people's incomes in many parts of the country. As a result, monthly mortgage payments have now become increasingly unaffordable for the typical buyer.
We have been lied to so many times.
We thought that would fix itself. 2 kids would go back to school. We essentially overestimated how quickly the economy would return to normal. These things finally did happen in 2023, but they didn't happen in 2021 or 2. And what we meant by transitory was that it would go away fairly quickly without the need for our intervention.
The labor market is extremely tight, and inflation is much too high. Against this backdrop, today the FOMC raised its policy interest rate by 0.75 percentage point and anticipates that ongoing increases in the target range for the federal funds rate will be appropriate.
While rich keeps getting richer and poor keep getting poor.
Bitcoin inches above $70,000 for the very first time.
Huge gain yesterday. They hit an all-time high today. They are little change. The chipmaker added nearly $184 billion to its market cap in yesterday's session alone.
It is official. NVIDIA has become the 3rd stock ever to reach $3 trillion in market cap. And it happens as NVIDIA and the other big tech names rally today on the back of excitement over its AI business. Of course, NVIDIA really the poster child for all this AI excitement because it makes the chips that power all that AI.
Housing prices are continuing to surge across the nation, but as Money Watch reporter Amy Peakey explains, the value of real estate is soaring faster than people's incomes in many parts of the country. As a result, monthly mortgage payments have now become increasingly unaffordable for the typical buyer.
We have lost our jobs and we have lost our lives.
Stripe, here's the headline from them moments ago. Cutting staff by 14%. It's readying for what they call leaner times. The co-founder said this: "We were much too optimistic about the internet company's near-term growth in 22, 23, and underestimated both the likelihood and impact of a broader slowdown." Ed, they are not alone, are they?
They're not alone. You look especially across some of the...
Amazon has delivered the job cuts it warned about and then some. 18,000 employees will be let go, almost twice as many as Amazon was planning just 2 months ago. And that's just one of the many mass layoffs to tell you about today. Let's bring in Jeannie Lee with more on this. Jeannie, why this escalation?
Well, the CEO of Amazon told staff, Hannah, that it's an uncertain and difficult economy. But, you know, just how much more difficult did the economy get from just 2 months ago?
Now we're heading into a recession.
That is the warmest it's been since October of 21, October of 21. And if we look at revisions, I should bring that out rather quickly. We see that last month's non-farm moved from 206,000 down to 170.
I'm not surprised it's going to catch the market's attention. 114,000 jobs created last month, according to the BLS. That is significantly lower than the numbers John was just giving you for what was anticipated. The unemployment rate, 4.3%. We hit the SOM rule with 4.3%. So that's going to really move some markets. Let me just give you a quick...
We have to do something about this because this is not sustainable.